Hey everyone, and welcome to a new thing that I'm trying on the channel today, where I just sit here, you guys sit there, and we just talk about stuff, except it's more me talking to you about stuff that I want to talk about. It's gonna kind of be video essay, video journal-esque, except I'm gonna actually have like a topic that I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna try and entertain you guys to the best of my ability. My voice probably isn't one that, yeah, that's demeaning. I'm gonna cut that out, because that's demeaning. And you know what, that brings me to the topic of our first video, and that is, our first episode of this, which is just self-love. Like, I have an issue with it. A lot of you people probably have an issue with it. If you're not a person, well, you know what? You're welcome to, and you know, if you don't feel good about yourself, you're welcome here, even if you're not a person. My eye's watering, what the heck? So, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, I don't know, what I think about self-esteem and self-motivation and just all of that, because a lot of us have an issue with it, including myself, and it can be hard. So, you know, I've done research. I have been through a lot of therapy and a lot of things that brought me here today, and have not gotten me to a perfect place in life. I certainly am not to the point where, you know, I love myself as much as I probably should, but, you know, I'm sitting here today, I'm showing you guys my face, which I don't like. I'm talking, I hate my voice, and we're just gonna talk. I thought my mascara was running for a second, it was just a freaking shadow. So let's start, with just, why shouldn't you love yourself? Like, there really isn't a reason to. I mean, even if, like, let's say you've contributed nothing to the world, and you've only taken and taken and taken, you haven't contributed anything back. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person, or that you're any less than anybody else. It just means that you're different from the social norm. And, well, yes, it is very kind and good to give, otherwise you would have a very bad society. Like, even if you are, like, a person who, you know, you don't do anything, you don't work, you are even good at the games, to sit around and play 24/7. Like, you watch anime 7 hours a day, you sleep 14, and then the last 3, you play League of Legends. I don't have anything against playing League of Legends. League of Legends. That's a lot of hours. Hours are hard. Like, I don't know, hours are just difficult. Like, even if you do that, like, there's no reason why, like, people should look down on you, or you should even look down on yourself. Like, you are a human being, and you should love yourself just for that. Yeah, sure, a lot of the world is pretty negative. I mean, I see it in my own life every day. Like, you go down to the store, and, you know, you just trying to buy some, like, eggs because you want to bake a cake. And, like, you really want to bake this cake. Like, you are gonna go downstairs, out of your room, and you're gonna bake a cake. You have no eggs, or you have the wrong eggs, or you have too few eggs, or, I don't know. So you go down to the store, and you're just like, hey, can I buy some eggs? And the store clerk's like, no, we're out of eggs. And it's just like, that's sad. Or even, like, you go down, they have the eggs, and none of them are broken, and you're like, heck yes, I'm gonna get myself some eggs today, baby. But you go, and the cashier is just having a bad day. That cashier does not want to be there, and the cashier's like, you're ugly. It's like, what? Why? Why would you say that? cashier person, I'm not gonna say Mr. or Mrs. You might be non-binary, or you might be any of the various genders that I might make a video on one day. I'm not gonna misgender you. I'm not gonna assume. So, like, they're just like, you're ugly, you're worthless, I hate you. Ah! And you're just like, wow, okay, that was mean. And then you go home and you're just like, I don't really want to make this cake anymore. I went to the store to buy some eggs and I got called a ugly, worthless loser by some cashier who just wasn't having a good day. Or maybe they're not even a good person. You can be a non-binary and be just the biggest asshole. They can go hand in hand. They don't necessarily go hand in hand. In fact, not much does. Like, I don't know. As somebody who wants respect, I always respect others. And I'm like, well, I probably should. But, you know, we have our bad days. So, you got called ugly by the cashier. We were buying eggs. And now, you're just like, maybe they're right. Maybe I am a bad person. Maybe I am ugly. But you know what? You're not. Because you know why? Because you are you. And yeah, sure, you hear that every day. You hear that a million times. As much cliche as it is, it's true. Like, you're a beautiful person because you're you. Maybe you aren't the best looking, but you want to throw on your Call Cat Thulu shirt that you bought at Hot Topic on a whim because you really like cats and H.P. Lovecraft. And you just, like, you know, you go out in it and somebody says that it's stupid? Well, you know what? That's their problem. You love it. Your friends probably love it. And even if you don't have friends, I mean, you love it. And that's what matters. I mean, yeah, sure. Like, I have an issue with it. You might have an issue with it. My boyfriend has an issue with it quite often. Like, we care what other people think. And as much as you here don't care what other people think, yeah, you shouldn't, but to an extent you should, right? I could go outside, butt-ass naked. I'm bleeping out. Or you could just go outside naked right now. And, you could be confident. But if you don't live in a nudist colony, which maybe you do. I've never been to a nudist colony. My grandpa told me about naked beaches once. I remember that when I was gonna go to Mexico. Like, my grandpa was like, when you find a place with a bunch of naked women, because I know you're a lesbian, you know you found it. I don't know. Like, but yeah, you go outside, your confidence can be, and then, you know, you get arrested because you went outside naked, and that's not socially acceptable or legal. It's called public indecency. Now yeah, sure, people go to my school, nothing but a fucking bra and panties on, and I'm like, you know what, go off. But I'm mildly uncomfortable because I am a lesbian and I am turned on right now. You know, it happens. It happens, but, so even if people tell you, just do it for you, maybe stay out of jail. Jail is not fun. Like, live you for you, but also you gotta to some extent care about what other people think. But, while it is cliche, you should just live you for you. Like, I could go over here, like, I could put on a pair of glasses that I haven't worn in, like, a year, that I just have sitting there, and now I can't see. And, I mean, while I look kinda cute, like, the glasses definitely help mask my terrible mascara today. I can't see in them. And you probably can't either, so I might cut that out because that probably made some people delirious. So yeah. You shouldn't focus solely on the outside. You also shouldn't focus solely on the inside. Because at the end of the day, you want to impress others. You want to impress others, you want to impress yourself, and you want to make friends. Whether or not that is easy, whether or not that's hard, is a whole other story. But what you need to focus on is you. And just love yourself. I mean, seriously, love yourself for who you are. And I know this is just one video. I'm trying to entertain you. I'm trying to bring some positivity into your life by just being an idiot. It took confidence for me to sit here and talk and show my face and show my voice, which, I mean, right now I have 36 subscribers. I usually do dumb gameplay videos with my friends, but this is something I wanted to do, and I thought it might be fun to just sit down here every once in a while and talk about positive things, maybe talk about interests, find new interests, research sometimes for the videos, but yeah, like maybe we'll do more mental health videos like this. Maybe I'll sit down and explain the whole lore of Dark Souls. And like for every video I was thinking, you know, I could change the backdrop, I could change this or that. Like, I mean, legitimately, like, anything's possible, and I just think it's kind of fun to, you know, have a weird salt crystal in the back, which I know does nothing, but it's pretty to have, you know, just a cute backdrop and, you know, just talk and can bring some positivity to your day, even if, you know, maybe you just came home from work and you had a really shitty day. You had some guy named Ed who just, a real jerk, and you know what, you ain't feeling so good, and, you know, we just sit down here and, you know, I try to bring some positivity to your life. The moral of today is, even if, like, life seems hard sometimes and you think that you're at the lowest you'll ever be, just know that to love yourself, that you matter, and even if the whole world is crushing on you, there's hope out there. Maybe you lost your job and, like, your husband or wife took the kids, and, like, and you don't know what to do, and I don't know. We've all been there. Some of us more and worse than others, and that's certainly not to invalidate at all. Just because everybody experiences it doesn't mean that you don't. But you matter. Fully. Don't listen to what other people say. Don't listen to, I have it worse. Like, yeah, sure, that puts it in perspective, but even if you have it worse, I still have it bad. Or maybe you don't know what to do. And I just want you to know that I care about you. I don't know you, but I care about you. And I'm just trying to bring some positivity into your life, and maybe take a small step. Maybe turn on the light if you're in a completely dark room. Maybe only drink half a bottle of alcohol tonight. But try doing something. Maybe, and even if, and I really don't mean to be insensitive at all, right? This is supposed to be positive, and I'm just trying to say things that I want to hear, even if it doesn't always help, and it won't. Me saying something isn't gonna help. This video probably won't help you, but I just want you to try something new today. Try hugging a stuffed animal. If you think stuffed animals are stupid, that's fine. But, like, maybe deep down you like stuffed animals and just try hugging one. Maybe, like, this is a big one, but it's still one if, let's say you're lonely. Let's say your husband or wife did take the kids. And you're just really lonely. Get a pet. It doesn't have to be a dog, doesn't have to be a cat. Doesn't have to be a goat. I don't know. maybe get a lizard. Find a reason. I have a friend who, her whole reason she keeps living is because of her cats. Every day she can come home and feed them. And maybe you don't leave the house. Maybe you do this for a living. Maybe you do surveys for 20 hours a day. I don't know. But just try doing something. Try doing something that just... It doesn't have to bring a smile to your face. It doesn't even have to be for long. Just try it. That's my task for you. We sat down here for, I don't know how long. My timer says 20 minutes and I've been doing this, but I have 4 minutes of bloopers at the beginning. Like we sat here for a while. Certainly not a therapy session, and it's just me talking to you, and, you know, you can leave a comment, you can leave a like, you can leave a dislike, you can, you know, tell me if you like it. Even though with how YouTube is now, I can't see dislikes, but, like, I don't know. I just want you guys to try and do one thing today. Maybe the day's almost over, so maybe try it tomorrow. One thing. One small, or even a big thing, where you just try something. It doesn't have to help. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be a minuscule thing. Maybe you haven't played a game in a while. Maybe sit down and play a game. Like, it doesn't have to be something productive. Just try doing something different and see what it does. Now, obviously I'm not advocating, you know, go out, stab somebody 25 times and see what happens. You're probably gonna get covered in blood and maybe get arrested, assuming you don't know how to hide a body. Which, again, don't do that. That's not positive. We're trying to spread positivity here. So yeah, hopefully everything sounds good, looks good. And, I'll see you again soon with probably more gameplays. Might try to do one of these weekly. Just sit down, talk about something, and see what happens. Doesn't have to be amazing, and maybe some of these I'll research for. So yeah, I hope I brought some positivity to your day today, even if it wasn't a ton. Just remember, love yourself, and you'll make it through. Even if it seems like you won't. I've been there. Sometimes you really are just at your rope's end, sometimes literally, but it will get better. And take it from somebody who truly has been at rope's end, literally. It gets better. And sometimes it takes a few days, months, years, and maybe it's not worth it, but trust me, it is. The world can be hard sometimes. It's a scary world out there, and it can even seem hopeless. Even if it's not for yourself, if the world seems hopeless. That shouldn't be something that ruins you. You shouldn't let people get to you. And I know it's hard, it's much easier said than done. But try it, and maybe try just saying, screw it. Look at Jimothy, the guy who keeps calling you names or whatever, and maybe even physically assaulting you. Look at him and say, screw him. Shouldn't be up to him what happens, and should be up to you. Just try. That's what I ask. Just try to love yourself. Try and do something for yourself today. Maybe you are a completely selfless person. I want you to do something selfish today. Not something super selfish. Again, don't go out there and stab somebody 25 times to death. But do something selfish. Do something for you. Do something for yourself. For self-love. And maybe you are a completely selfish person. You should. I shouldn't advocate, you know, being selfish. I'm not advocating being selfish. You should. Don't be selfless. You can do selfish things sometimes, but you gotta grumble it out, otherwise you're hurting yourself, really both ways. Well, I'll do a video on that too, maybe one day. But just remember, you matter, and love yourself. And if that's if I could just get a little bit of that into you, maybe just 0.0000001% more, I just want you to know that you're loved. And love yourself, because you matter. And, yeah. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm not going to ask you to do anything. Not going to ask you to like, not going to ask you to dislike. I'm just going to ask you to love yourself, and go out there and... don't go out there, just do one thing today. One thing. Small, big, tiny, huge. Just do it. And I love you. And platonically. Bye!